son ran home to his dad and said, Dad, you got to see the reservoir. He goes, why? What happened?
They fixed one problem and they created another.
Correct. If I was the state didn't believe him, actually came down to look at the reservoir. So what our system does is it basically controls excess algae. We have a project manager assigned to it. There's a lot of inherent issues with chemicals. The city of Algae Water, and they were out of compliance with their water conditions, and
it has like a downstream effect. You're not even talking about just like the chemicals that may be injected into that process. You might need less further down
in the plant. Yeah.
A micro cell. I'm here at the Colorado Rural Water Conference. I've got Greg here with Ultrasonic, and he's going to talk about his product.
Great.
So kind of give me a little base about what the problem you're solving is.
So what our system does is it basically controls excess algae in reservoirs, lakes, and so forth. And the premise is that it's a solar powered system that is chemical free. And what we do is we have ultrasound. We emit ultrasound, low power ultrasound in the water. And a big part of our system is we monitor the water. And we do that because we have a system we call interactive algae control, where as the conditions change, we change programs to optimize the treatment.
To do that without any operator needing to touch it? Like, is it pretty
it's all
programmed in?
It's all programmed in. We have a project manager assigned to it that if he sees something that doesn't seem right, whether it's in the water or even the functioning of the unit, they're based out of the Netherlands, and they'll contact the owner. But yeah, it's basically runs itself.
So is there, you said it's got some solar panel, or it's solar operated,
yes.
Meaning like there's a battery, there's no cords hanging out into your lagoon.
Correct.
Or anything like that.
Solar powered, battery backup. It's low power.
And then is there just an on-site control panel it's talking with, or does it work with a modem? Or
with a modem.
So it's cell modem.
Cell data,
Okay.
We download water quality every 30 minutes from the reservoir. So
all right. So what are the alternatives? Why choose this kind of over some other products that might help?
Probably the most common is chemicals, like copper sulfate. There's others, but that's probably the most common. There's a lot of inherent issues with chemicals.
They create more. They fix one problem and they create another.
Correct. Yep. And also an important part with drinking water is if there's any toxins in the water or in the algae, if you kill it with chemicals, you lyse the cell, and that releases the toxins. So with our system, you don't release toxins.
It makes them inert.
Yeah. Well, what it does, we're basically, the generic way to describe it, our system, we starve it of sunlight that it's used to photosynthesize. So we basically starve it, it slowly dies, drops to the bottom, and then the bacteria on the bottom decompose it. So
where do you guys primarily have your installations? Does the weather, climate matter, or is that an advantage over chemicals?
Doesn't really matter. As we're all over. We have multiple sites in the Middle East, in the U.S., all over from Alaska down to Florida. So and actually we have 12 sites right in the Denver area actually active right now. So
oh wow, sweet. Do you have any good stories where clients come to you with like a really tough pain point you guys solved that they just couldn't quite get through?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I like to think they all are that way. I mean, we had one actually, city of Algae Water, and they were out of compliance with their water conditions, and they installed one of our buoys 2 weeks after it was installed, because our system will take a week or two to really optimize, especially if there's an algae bloom going on. And the mayor's son ran home to his dad and said, Dad, you got to see the reservoir. He goes, why? What happened? Because they're always getting in trouble for the condition of the water. He goes, you can actually see the bottom now.
They were just used to it. And kind of like slime like this.
And the first report they filed with the state didn't believe him, actually came down to look at the reservoir. So
oh wow.
Yeah, they thought they were fudging the numbers. So
those guys must be lying.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay, cool.
I think going back to the comparison chemicals, what's really advantageous with our system and the design is it works to help improve the ecosystem, and that's really the premise that we want to that you want to do is help the ecosystem recover. We don't have to have any effect even down to zooplankton. Essentially, what we're doing with the algae is the single cell algae which are the nuisance algae, have a gas vesicle inside them, and we're affecting that buoyancy with that. So anything else, fish, we have systems in fish farms all over the world. We have no effect on anything. Plants, some people would love if we'd affect weeds, but actually weeds can be good for improving water quality. So
why is that?
They eat the nutrients. They take the nutrients. So, and that's really the primary problem we have in drinking water, any kind of water, is excess nutrients. And algae is a plant, and plants like warmth. They like fertilizer, nutrients,
right?
And that's why we have the problem we have today.
How does the because you said the alternate is like a chemical, what's the is there a cost advantage to this over that payback period of having to constantly haul and store the storage costs? These are hazardous.
Yeah, and hazards come into play. But we do have show a significant return on investment over chemicals. In fact, actually have 2 or 3 case studies in Colorado here where it was under 1 year return on investment to buy our system in chemical savings, because it's not only in the reservoir, but it's in the plant, because the cleaner the water going in the plant, the less chemicals they need to use in the plant. So,
so it has like a downstream effect. You're not even talking about just like the chemicals that may be injected into that process. You might need less further down
in the plant. Yep, exactly.
That's pretty neat. Yeah, I think that's all the questions I've got.
Okay.
Thanks so much for coming on and sharing your expertise.
Thanks for your time.